Hey everybody, and welcome back to our channel. Again, I'm Roddy.
I'm Landy.
And for those who don't remember, we share our life here in Mexico. We've been a family of 3 who've been here for, close to
4 years.
4 years now, just over 4 years in Mexico. And we, of course, share our life and experience, the good and bad of living here in Mexico. And some of you out there may be wondering, we haven't done a format like this in a while, and we've been a little bit busy. So we're here to share a little bit about a little bit life update, and we'll also be talking about a new place and a recent move that we just had. So with that being said, let's jump into it. And again, if you like this, of course, we always appreciate a like and subscribe. And so with our life update, we have been busy. And again, that's probably one of the main reasons that we haven't done this style of video for a while. For those who do follow our channel, you may have noticed that I am jumped back into real estate. I started working for a brokerage called Banker La Costa. And so I've been doing that for about 3 or 4 months. And over the last month and a half, I've been getting a little bit more busy, definitely a lot more office time, trying to get that off the ground, trying to get clients and everything that entails with marketing and just, cold calls and all the leads that they give us. And so again, that takes a lot of time. So anybody out there who's thinking about moving to Vallarta, of course, we'd appreciate it. Feel free to reach out to us. I'd be more than happy to help you with a rental. If you're looking to buy here, long or short term, or sell, or pretty much any real estate need, I'm more than happy to help you. Even just show you around the city for those who may be new to the area and don't know what to expect. I'd be more than happy to take you around and show you all the good and bad of Vallarta.
And also you joined for a boat rental?
Yeah, that was coming up next. So a friend of mine, he works for a high-end luxury yacht rental. And so I'm going to be helping him as well, to rent high-end yachts and boats. So if anybody's coming down here and wants to try a new experience, have their own private boat, this is great. It can be for a small group, or of course you can always split the price with large groups if you're coming down for weddings or a group of friends, whatever. Again, feel free to reach out to me for that, and I'd love to hook you up with a boat, yacht, catamaran. We offer all different types of boats for your enjoyment and during your stay here in Vallarta. And so that's been keeping me busy as well.
Yeah, what keeps me busy besides I'm taking care of the 2 YouTube channels we already have. I started 2 new YouTube channels, which is one is more using AI to create music globally. And another one is more about the wisdom in life, in Mandarin. And yeah, I'm very excited for my new 2 channels. Okay.
We can put those links on the bottom too.
Yeah, especially the music one.
Yeah, the music one should be fun. Those who just want some nice music to enjoy, it's a great channel. I've already heard some of it. I'm very excited for the launch of that one. So, and so I guess that brings us to our main point of this video, which is, yes, we decided to move again.
Yeah.
So some people may ask, why did we move? Well, I think the number one reason
and we didn't move anywhere else. We're still in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Yeah, let's be clear with that. We're still here in Vallarta. Just moved the locations. Mm-hmm. So our lease was up in here in Vallarta at our old place, which we actually quite liked. I mean, the location was great. It was very close to the beach. I think for the size of what we got, the price was pretty reasonable. But of course, as with most things, the price tends to go up from year to year, right? Yeah. And I don't think that was the overall reason why we moved that from that particular place, but we decided to kind of start looking around, and the place that we found ended up being, about 5,000 pesos cheaper? Mm-hmm. So yeah, we ended up saving 5,000 pesos to come to this particular apartment. And want to tell them about the area or what we liked about it?
I think the one thing caught my eyes are the layout of this apartment. It's an open concept. The living room is just spacious, and I do like we have a deck. What you couldn't see is on my left side, and there's not many neighbors, so I have a wide view of all the coconut trees, palm trees, and I can even see the cruise, which is very popular in Vallarta. All the cruise come every month, so I can see it, and it's just very breezy, all the ocean breeze, and very, very quiet. So the open concept, big area, big living area, I like it. And it has 3 bedrooms. It's very spacious. So over 200 square meters. And the older place, I dislike it, is the downstairs living room feels small and dark. And it's 3 stories.
Yeah, I was getting ready for that part.
Yeah, just up and down with the kid. You always forget something upstairs.
No matter how much you try not to, you always do.
Yeah, right? And especially when we do some barbecue on the rooftop.
Oh yeah.
Always up and down easily 5 to 8 times.
Yeah. And then that's when you go up to 2 stories you can kind of live with. But when you go to that 3rd story to hang out on the rooftop, that's when things can become a little bit tiresome.
Yeah, that's just overall, and we want to change a little bit, so we changed to the current location.
Right, and it's a great location. Again, it feels that's what I always tell people. Like, it doesn't feel like you're in Vallarta because it's kind of tucked away in this little road and a little dead end road. But as soon as you drive out of our little area, you're on 2 major roads. We're down the street from the big Walmart and the marina area, right, like she said, right where the cruise ships. So we still have everything we need very, very close.
Yeah, when I ride my bike to the beach, it's only 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, and we do have a nice riverside park right next to us.
Yeah,
which is really cool. There's all the little extra pluses. So I think at the end of the day, like I said, just the size, the level, location, quietness, it all kind of came together. The price, and so we decided to make the move, and that's kind of where we are now. Now, going to our last place, some of the
issues.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, overall, I think it was a great place. There was a lot of good stuff about it, as I mentioned earlier. But one of the negatives on the backside was the deposit, right? Yeah. And that tends to happen sometimes. I think when we left, we kind of knew we weren't going to get some of the deposit back, which is pretty natural. There was, some issues, that were caused by us. So of course, having pets and, scratching the screens and stuff like that. We expected some stuff, but at the end of the day, he ended up keeping the whole deposit. And they broke down a list of all the things that needed to be fixed, and some of the things I was like, yeah, I knew that, and I knew that.
We should tell people the whole deposit amount is 18,000 pesos, which is about $1,900 US. Right. But they really just keep everything. Right. And they wrote a big list why they keep everything.
Right. And I think one of the biggest ones that I saw was that they had to paint the whole house. And again, this has never been an issue so far of the places that we've rented here in Mexico. Yeah. And I know it's the wrong mentality, but again, owning properties back in the US and Texas, that's kind of considered normal wear and tear. Right. And so, you can never charge a tenant for painting the house because and so that was what I was expecting. So when they put the price at, we had to cover the price of painting, I was like, what?
How much is it?
I forgot the price, but, our other realtor who helped us find the place said, it's still pretty reasonable price, for what they're doing. But again, to me, we shouldn't have been charged for that, and what he was telling us was, when you leave a place, they expect you to leave it in the condition that you received it. Right. I was like, I've never heard that before. I was like, we've had a few places and...
Yeah, we rented places before. When we left, they only charged us some fixing fees and the cleaning fee, which is reasonable, right? But never charged any painting. Right. We lived in Querétaro, rented for nearly 1 year.
Mexico City?
Yeah, Mexico City.
Right.
No, this is just, they just want to keep it.
Right. And then, of course, at the end of the day, it was more than our deposit, the total fixing cost. And of course, no, you don't have to pay the extra. Like, they were doing us a favor. Like, you don't have to pay the extra. Just the deposit will cover what you have to pay. Like, thank you for that.
Yeah, they are experienced.
Yeah, they are big landlords. They do own a lot of property. At the end of the day, what can you really do? There's not much recourse. You're not going to fight it. It's just, you'd probably spend more money trying to fight it. So just let it go. Lesson learned. Yeah. Hopefully things like that don't happen again for us or for any of you out there who may consider moving to Mexico. Check very carefully. That's a great question to ask your realtor or anybody who helps you, no matter where you move in Mexico. What do they expect when you leave the property? Right.
Where they charge you for whole house got repainted again. Right. That you have to ask. It's not even on our mind, right?
It's never happened. No. So keep in mind, good nugget there to keep in your head. So I guess overall, here in our new place, and it's only been a little over a month that we've been here. What's our impression so far?
I think it's just the peace.
Yeah.
The peace, the nature, and the space
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think
and the brightness.
true. I know that's one thing you always talk about. When you have the bottom level units, they tend to not be as bright unless you just have an open space in front of you where the sun's blaring on you. They tend to be darker down. So we are on the 3rd floor and there's nobody above us. So we do have all the natural light coming in, just like right now. I think this is just all natural light you're seeing. So it does feel spacious. It does feel bright. Again, the convenience of everything. The neighbors here seem to be pretty good and quiet. No real issues so far.
And I like the nearby Mercado.
Oh yes.
Just went there to buy some vegetables, and it's very reasonable, many choices, very fresh.
Yeah,
I do love it.
Which is something that was not close by our last place. So it is nice to be able to get back and shop in the Mercados, where again you have the fresh fruits and produce, seafood we can get there as well.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be so close to it, And another thing we forgot to mention was just the proximity to Louis' school.
Yeah, it was very close. Yesterday I took my skateboard to pick up Louis. That was just very, very fast.
Oh yeah. Driving time is not much of a difference, but again, I know if Landy has to pick up Louis or take him in the morning, it's much closer than our last place. By far. So again, I think overall so far we're very happy here. We enjoy the space, quietness. I don't know. Any last thing if you want to add?
Yeah, and I think for the moment we don't have any idea. We want to move to another city. I know we got some reviews. People ask us why you left the Querétaro, as one of our Querétaro video is very popular until now. And people keep
why we chose Querétaro?
why we left Querétaro and chose Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
But nothing wrong with Querétaro.
No.
I think it's just our personal choice.
Yeah.
We would like to experience the tropical lifestyle.
Right.
Something different.
Especially after Mexico City. And
Yeah.
nobody mentions Mexico City. They always mention, why did you leave Querétaro? Yeah. So I said, great. We're happy to be back and do this type of format. Hopefully we can bring you some more, over the coming weeks and months and years. And keep you all informed. We do have some other ideas. So be on the lookout for those. And thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Take care. Until next time.
See you.